Half of Americans now want to abolish ICE. And that's not a progressive talking point. That is the polling. And today you had DHS Secretary Kristi Noem sitting in front of the House to answer for the agency's conduct, the killings of Renee and Alex Pretti, and the detention of American citizens who were never even charged with a crime. And also, if you're confused, you're like, wait, I'm getting the craziest sense of deja vu. Yesterday was her Senate hearing, and now you have the House hearing, and Democrats came in swinging. You had Representative Jamie Raskin opening up by accusing her of a cover-up over the Good and Pretti killings.
There have been 3 homicides in Minneapolis in 2026. Your agents committed 2 of them. Rather than work with state and local authorities to solve these homicides, you barred Minnesota's investigators from the crime scenes. You're denying them access to all the evidence that you have about the deaths of their citizens. It smells like a cover-up, and it makes me wonder who the real domestic terrorists are.
With Raskin then walking her through a series of yes or no questions about the use of lethal force.
Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person for engaging in peaceful protest and nothing else? That's a yes or no question.
Each instances in peaceful protest, no, it's not.
Okay, good. Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person for filming them on a public street? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Is it lawful for federal agents to shoot and kill a person just because that person is lawfully carrying a holstered firearm under the Second Amendment in state law?
No.
And finally, yes or no, is it lawful for federal agents to shoot an innocent person or even a criminal suspect just for driving away from them, according to the Supreme Court?
No.
Then you had Representative Pramila Jayapal turning to ICE detaining American citizens, with her noting that yesterday Noem told the Senate that ICE agents can arrest citizens if they have reason to question their citizenship, if they're obstructing law enforcement, or for probable cause. And Jayapal actually brought American citizens who were detained by ICE into the hearing and turned to them directly.
Raise your hand if you were not charged with any crime following your detention. Not a single one of you were charged with a crime. Now raise your hand if any of you were not even asked to prove that you were U.S. citizens during your detention. Not a single one of you were even asked about your citizenship status, making it clear that DHS agents simply don't care that they're arresting U.S. citizens. Now please raise your hand if you were detained by ICE simply for legally protesting or monitoring ICE activity under your First Amendment rights. All 4 U.S. citizens have raised their hands.
And then when she asked Noem if she'd like to apologize, Noem said that she'd need more context. Right? And Jayapal just didn't let that slide.
You have actually turned the United States government against its own residents. Yours is a case of failed leadership, Secretary. You need to resign, be fired, or be impeached.
And like everything right now, this is not happening in a bubble. The public is turning on ICE in numbers that are very hard to ignore. According to YouGov, 50% of Americans now support abolishing ICE compared to 39% who oppose it. That is the first time in that outlet's polling that it has hit that threshold. And the breakdown is 77% of Democrats want to abolish it, 52% of independents, and nearly a quarter of Republicans. And then even with those who don't want to abolish the agency outright, the majority want restrictions. 59% say that agents shouldn't be allowed to wear masks, and 75%, including over half of Republicans, say that officers should wear uniforms that clearly identify them as ICE. And so ultimately, Noem, she can dodge questions in a hearing. She can ask for more context when confronted with citizens that are agency detained without cause. She can deflect to Biden and try to blame the media, but she cannot dodge the numbers. Half the country wants her agency gone, even more want it reformed, and the people that are agents killed and detained, they're showing up to these hearings in person. They're raising their hands. They are putting their faces on the record. And whether any of this translates to real consequences, I think it largely depends on the midterms in 2028. But in the meantime, the gap between what ICE is doing and what the American public is actually going to tolerate, that's widening fast. And every hearing like this one, it makes it harder to pretend otherwise.